Good afternoon.
Come on, girls. Go on then.
Now, we don't usually start a video this late in the day, but we are. Having a really good time. See all these flies everywhere? That doesn't bode very well for milking later.
Come on.
Anyways, I am just letting out the red gang, so any cows that are not contributing to the tank, fresh calvers, any that are being treated for anything like mastitis, although there's not many of those. In fact, there's none of those now.
Here they come.
Rob and his dad have gone away for the day to a maize growing thing, demonstration type plot, I think. So I've been here spreading dirty water. I didn't film any of that because I did it the other day, and you'll get fed up of seeing dirty water before too long.
Ah, the cow's lost its cleanings. Brilliant.
Perfect. So yeah, it's been one of those days where I've just been spreading dirty water, so I didn't think you want to see that particularly. The ditch is filling up quicker and quicker now all the time. Obviously the weather's not as good as it has been. There's a lot of rainwater going in there. Calving's still ticking away. We had 3 between the end of milking yesterday evening and the start of milking this morning. So 3 fresh ones.
Slurry pit is starting to fill up now as well. See how much water's in there. Living rain.
I shouldn't complain really, because it's given the grass a bit of a kick up the backside and got it growing.
I mean, just look how green it is everywhere. Lovely grass for you cows. Come on, girls, there you go. Oh, look at the flies. Oh, I'm not looking forward to milking. Getting a bit muddy here, as you can see. So we fence them off that, so they don't just stand here and wait in it. With this reeler here. Well, that seems to be working. I know the fence is working because I had hold of the metal part of the handle.
And then I touched the live wire. You put 2 and 2 together, you know what happened.
Anyway, there is one of the calving groups over there. I can't see any calves, so I think they're fine.
So we had 3 overnight, but it has slowed right down. Then we had 17 in the last week, whereas we have been having like 45 or so. Anyway, one more thing to do, then I'm going home for lunch.
I thought whilst I'm at it, I'll set all this up for this evening, and it's done. There's the new maize we're feeding, changing colour all the time as it ferments. Hell of a bit of stuff, really. That is how far that one goes. It's all a bit of a juggling act here. Gates everywhere. Doesn't want to go under there. Right, so what you do here is you hook the reel on the string, drop the pin, and then push until you can push no more. And that keeps the cows off the maize.
We're saving grace today, it's fairly windy, so that might do us a favour with the flies. I think they're going to be pretty bad. The sun's out. This morning, perfect. Absolutely perfect milking. If every milking could go like this morning, I'd be a happy man. But it don't work like that.
Anyway, last job before dinner. Put some chemical in the foot bath because the cows are going through that tonight.
Now this is called formalin. It is hideous stuff. And I really should go and get myself a pair of gloves for decanting it. So don't be like me. Wear gloves and probably proper eyewear as well, because this stuff splashes in your face. That's it. Game over for your eyes. And we need 4 jugs. Formalin would be quite a common product that people use in a foot bath, as well as copper sulfate. So now that it's a bit wetter outside and the tracks are a bit sticky and whatever, we've started the cows back on the foot bath, so they'll go through this twice a week. So today's Tuesday. They should have gone through it yesterday, but we were a bit busy. We didn't really have time to stop for lunch properly. So normally Monday and Thursday. But this week it's going to be Tuesday and Friday.
So all we do now is, the cows have obviously got to come through to get around in the collecting yard for the parlour. And once they've done that, that gate shuts across there onto that bracket on the wall. And then the cows come out the parlour tonight, out those 2 doors, back this way, and out through that gate, into the yard, into the shed.
But yeah, don't do what I do. Put on gloves and eye protection. Everybody should. I know that. I just haven't. I'm being lazy. It's not smart, I know. Anyway, time for lunch. Right, it's now the next morning, and we're sort of getting ready to do a bit of concreting. I can't remember if I showed you this or not.
So this drain we dug out a long time ago, and what it's going to do is basically catch all the yard water from up there. I think I've explained this before. Sorry if I'm repeating myself. So the other day we took out the cover that was on it, and a couple of pallets that were keeping it all safe. Uncovered it all, washed it all down, cleaned it all out, so that we could make a form. Now the civil engineering division of our Cheriton & Sons have been out and made this piece of formwork here. So you can see we've used all sorts of offcuts of timber. We've used some screws, we've used some nails. Some bits were too hard to nail, so we had to get some screws out. We've split a couple bits down there, and it's just an absolute work of art, really. I mean, Gus is here giving it the once over now, just making sure that's all, you know, up to the relevant standards that we need it to be. Okay, we spent a long time on that. Basically, that wooden frame sits on top of these concrete blocks, and then we're going to put that frame on top the way up that it is, that grid on top again, and then that'll all be level with the concrete. And then Rob's going to run into Crediton to Page's Concrete and get just a telehandler bucket full of concrete, and we're going to concrete around the outside of everything. So that's today's plan. Hopefully I'm going to be able to film it for you, because I got 6 GoPro batteries with me and only one of them has any charge. I am fed up with GoPro batteries. They are just flipping useless. Farmer Phil was telling me at the ploughing that the DJI camera is the one to go for now. We might have to make a investment. There will be a significant investment. Perhaps that's the way to go. I've tried doing stuff on my phone, which is obviously easier. I don't think the quality is good. And anyway, guys, let's have some breakfast, then we'll crack on with that. Right, we have concrete. It's in the bucket, you can't see it. Very, very handy being able to go into Pages in Crediton and pick it up. Come on, Manitou! So as well as doing this little bit of concrete today, we got some metal strips we need to fit in the centre passageway of the shed for Juno, the lady robot, to follow. So we were looking for the bolts for those this morning. I couldn't find them. So Rob went into Crediton in the Land Rover to get some new ones, and then Richard found them whilst he was in there. Great time. So then I went into Pages. I saw the best mate Gareth. He works in the office there. Sorted us out with half a cubic concrete. We'll lay that when I get back in a second, put that frame in and make it all good. And then we've had a cow calf in the far off dry groups, the ones that are sort of on the other half of the farm on standing hay. So Richard brought the calf back this morning whilst he was checking them. We need to either go and let the cow out with the milking herd, which are up that way today grazing, or bring her back. So whether we'll do that after we've fiddled around with this concrete could be a plan. This is the most hideous corner on this road. People fly around thinking it's straight. You know, there's a car. Come here, mate. I'll be quicker. I'll be quicker. I'll be quicker. I am quicker. I wasn't lying. Oh, there's a van. Right, 3rd time's the charm. Hooray! Oh, the Land Rover was just disappearing.
Lift it up a bit, Josh. That's it, keep cramming it over.
Right.
See some here inside in the bucket. Sealer, you need something black. Don't give me that. You've been animals.
I need to go somewhere, I see.
I know, I saw him just as I left. I said, don't tell Rob.
He has got enough anyway.
Why did we fill the channel?
The ones I've got need washers and...
What a perfect looking channel.
Perfectly done by Josh.
Yes. I'm not sure I'm going to get many civil contracts. I need like a little trowel or something.
Channel cleaning. Right in the hole. No, Josh, not in the hole.
How about that for a professional job, look? Properly blocked in there. Look at it all going in the channel. We are some boys. We've also got a bit of concrete left. And we need to come back and clean this. Other than that, it's perfect. Just doing a spot of milking here. This heifer is an absolute nightmare on the front. We shut this gate round to try and stop her escaping. But she puts her head under the gates and tries to walk out through and just bends them because, oh, they're not the best designed things. And now she's half in the trough, so I'm stood here whilst Rob and wife Abby are down there sorting out the cows. Abby came home from a night shift this morning, so I thought we'd better get her out milking, get her to do something rather than sleeping all day. Right, just getting the rest of the cows in now. We split them, so we have about 2/3 behind the parlour, and the last third that come in stay in the front yard here for a while at the moment, just because we can't fit them all in the collecting yard. The cows want to go out the parlour left-handed out that door round to the feed shed, so if they're all stood round there we can't get there, so we just leave the last third in here, and then when we got about halfway through milking like we are now, we push these round, don't we, cow? That's what we do. Come on! Right, we're back on the GoPro. We've been here, there and everywhere today. There's Gus. Oh, look at this! Juno in the centre passageway. And just like that, GoPro is dead. Unbelievable. So yeah, the cows are having their feed. They're on about 6.5 tonne a day at the moment for 300 cows. They're obviously grazing night and day as well. This is just a buffer. But Juno is back in the main part of the shed. So we had to do a bit of repair work earlier. So I'll show you that in a second. I find it quite good to walk down the shed. Not that I do it that much, but you pick up cows like that one in there. If you zoom in, look, all that white muck coming out of her, so she's dirty. So you pick up things like that you might not necessarily see in the parlour. But yeah, Juno's going up and down. I'm assuming it will then sweep back that way and back that way again in a minute. But they have absolutely demolished that, those cows. So this is the repair we were doing earlier, reinstating these metal bars. Now, depending on who you ask out of Rob and Rich, they were either ruined because of wheat farming or they were caught by the bucket accidentally. But I think they just act as a reference point for Juno when he's coming up and down the shed, so he knows he's on the right track still. So we just had to straighten the bars out. They weren't on the floor. And then just drill the holes out and put a new raw plug and screw in to hold them down. Cows are all wondering what I'm doing. It does get a bit noisy in here because of the locking yokes. But they are just the job. There's the wife just saying hello to Juno. I think he's coming back, isn't he? I know, Juno's had enough, he's going home. I thought it might go up and do another sweep. Gus, leave Juno alone. Let's check out our lovely concreting from earlier. I don't know how wet it still is. Oh, you could probably scribe...
Should have got Gus to put his paw print on it.
You could probably scribe something into it if you wanted to.
Is Rob going to be happy about this? Look out, Juno's coming. This is like graffiti on farm.
I've messed up.
On the farm scale.
Ah, Juno. How do I get rid of all the little rubbishy bits?
Blow it.
Oh, yeah.
Josh, that's quite big.
Now they'll never be able to forget me because I'm in the concrete.
Which I'm sure they're thrilled about.
Lovely job.
Are they not putting the, you know, the little grooves like over there? Are they not doing that here?
Don't know.
often you have to do it when it's wet?
Yeah, I need a...
Do you feel like you've achieved something now?
I feel like I might be getting sacked.
For the how many times?
Well, I get sacked every day, so... Yes, look at that. Lovely. Lovely bit of concreting. Should I wash my arms before we go to Tesco's?
Yeah, good idea. I feel like you might get kicked out of Tesco.